Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. I am currently in Mount Shasta. I'm staying I'm staying in the wilderness, basically, with a friend. And I have a couple friends up here that I'm connecting with. And it's solstice tonight. Just having sacred connection time with some close friends. And it's been amazing so far. And I'm really happy to record some videos in this space and just offer what comes through me from here to you. And in this video, I want to talk about really the only answer. Like, when in doubt, this is what to do. There's really always one thing to do. And this, of course, is if you're manifesting anything. You know, obviously, I'm always talking about creation and manifesting, but this is also the thing to do. It's like, when in doubt in your life, this is the thing to go back to. This is the practice to go back to. It can be even if like you feel lost or you feel confused or you feel sad or whatever. If you feel like you need to find your way back home, whatever that means, this is the thing to do. Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I jump in, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel in the corner or below. And also know that I offer lots of self-study courses. All of those courses are linked below. There's pretty much courses to help you manifest anything you want. And then the last thing I'll say is I do a weekly giveaway. This giveaway is for a bundle of 3 ebooks that I wrote. The way to enter into this contest is to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and to comment below. I choose 3 winners every week on Fridays. Okay, so essentially this is really my go-to answer for anything. It's like the most basic answer. It's the basic thing to do. If you feel lost, if you feel like manifesting isn't working for you, if you feel sad, if you feel off, if you feel like you're not where you want to be, there's always one thing to do. And that one thing is just coming back into your own stillness within, wholeness within, connection within. And of course, I'm touching right here in my heart center. It's coming back into your own felt experience of the moment and felt experience that this moment is okay. Now, this type of practice can be really confusing for people because it is so not connected to the mind. And most of the world is like just entirely living up here. You know, that's very common. Like, most people are, they also don't even know it. They're entirely caught in their mind. And this practice that I'm speaking to, it's almost hard to find words for it because it's so not of the mind. It's not linear. Language is linear. This is why when we're describing truth, when we're describing God, the infinite, it's hard to find language to speak to exactly what it is because it can't really be spoken to. And this is why I always go back to, it's a felt experience though. So what I'm speaking to in this video, it's your God self. You have a God self, which is your infinite nature. It is your true nature. And it is very simple and subtle. It doesn't have to be, sometimes it can be anything, right? But often, you know, for myself, when I was first making contact with my God self, it took me getting quiet and it took me getting still to really make contact with it. You know, I'm not surprised that while I'm here immersed in nature, this is the video that wants to come through me, because while in nature, we can often make contact with our God self very easily. And the reason is nature inherently is embodied in its God self. What that means is the essence of nature lives in harmony. It lives in flow, whether or not, and again, if you try to understand that with your mind, you might be like, what does that even mean? Nature doesn't do anything or whatever, but it lives in its absolute true expression at all times. There's no mind of a tree that's saying, I can't have that thing. Trees don't have minds, which is the ego, which then holds us back from being able to create what we want or live in our divinity. So often, people ask me, how do I have an awakening process, or how do I know my God self more? And there's many different practices. I mean, this is what meditation is supposed to help with. Some people start a yoga journey. There's many different pathways that people embark on to start to awaken their God self more. But a very simple and easy one is spending time in nature. And that's because nature lives in its inherent harmonious way and stillness and perfection. So back to the topic of the video, really what I'm pointing to is anytime you feel out of balance in any way, or anytime you feel like something's missing, something's wrong, something's not working, honestly, all that means is you're not connected to just this moment right here. You're not present in the moment right here. And it usually means you're caught in some sort of story in your mind that's telling you that something's wrong, something's missing, something's not here. And then that's corresponding. It's making you feel emotions that don't feel good. It's making your body feel out of balance. It's messing with how you feel. This moment and every moment, if we become present in the moment, this is where we find our innate perfection. And again, if you're trying to listen and understand with the mind, you're not going to understand. But if you just try to feel the essence of what I'm saying with your body, with your being, with your intuitive knowing, you'll know what I'm speaking about. Every moment in itself is whole. Of course, that's through the lens of your God self, but every moment is whole. And you are whole in every moment. You are whole. You are complete. And accessing that felt experience of completion, again, if you drop your awareness from your head down, your center into your heart space, and you just relax into the moment, or you just take in the beauty of what's around you. You just notice what's around you. You just listen to the birds. You listen to the creek. You can even listen to the cars outside. It doesn't have to be nature. You drop into the moment and you can recognize nothing is actually missing. Every moment is whole in itself. And this is your God self that recognizes this. This is your infinite nature. This is your resonance with the divine. This is your true nature. It's your infinite self. My experience of connection and wholeness and happiness and beauty and abundance always stems from this inner felt experience that everything is okay. Like everything that I desire is created from that inner experience within. And it's usually a quiet experience, a still experience, soft, graceful. It doesn't have a lot of words. It's a practice to learn how to make contact with your God self. It's not, for a lot of people, it's not natural. But if you have moments of feeling, and hopefully, like ideally what I hope happens in my videos, and I think that it does because I receive comments I receive lots and lots of comments of people saying, when I listen to your videos or when I listen to you, I feel calm. I feel whole. I feel serene. I feel like everything's okay. The people leaving those comments, whether they know it or not, what's happening is they're making contact through me being in contact with my God self. They're making contact with their God self as well. And it's in that stillness that everything is okay. So again, this is the foundation of my entire life. This is really the foundation of manifesting. If you know and you can learn how to make contact with your innate wholeness within your God self, think about it. Like, we can go back into our minds and analyze this a little bit. If you feel like nothing's missing in the moment because you're embodied in your God self, you're embodied in the felt experience that everything is okay right now. If you learn to spend time in that space, then what are you going to automatically manifest? I mean, it's a state of being too. It's the true state of being. It's the ultimate state of being, your God self, your infinite nature. But if you're landed in and feeling like everything in this moment is complete, I have everything I could ever want in this moment. Nothing's missing. Right here in my heart, nothing's missing. If you spend time there, then the more time you spend there, of course, what's going to happen is you're going to manifest a beautiful, exquisite, synchronistic flow reality where manifestations just automatically arise for you because you're in this state of wholeness and beauty and gorgeousness and connection within. Okay? So yes, this is the message I'm wanting to convey in this video. Your God self, your innate experience of wholeness within is always the answer. It's always the thing to go back to when you feel lost. It's always the thing to go back to. If you can't get there on your own through meditating or being in nature, watch my videos. Like when I first had my awakening, one of the main things I first did in the 6 months, let's say, after I had my awakening, is I was reading a lot of spiritual texts like Eckhart Tolle, Marianne Williamson. So Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, Marianne Williamson, A Return to Love. I was reading awakened text or books written by people who were awake, and it helped me continue to make contact with my awakened nature. And so if you have trouble like landing in your own awakened nature or God self, watch my videos because the transmission of God self is coming through them. You can use me as that transmission, and eventually it's going to become more and more natural for you to land in that space on your own. Okay? Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I love being here with you. Please make sure you leave a comment. I want to hear what you think about this video, in particular when I speak about God self, God state. I really like to know what you think about it because it really is the essence of my message. It really is. Even if in a video I don't mention it, it still is the essence of what I'm speaking about. I want to know what you think about it down below. And also like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.